Good morning. Let me show you how to create a list. You go into the File menu and you select New List. You'll get a dialog that looks like this. If it looks like this, then press this triangle right here and it will expand it to be the larger one. This is where you want to be when you're creating a list. The most important thing is where we create the list. Sometimes, depending on what you've been doing, either with the program, maybe it's the first time you've done this, instead of saying data up here, perhaps it looks like this, where it says documents. We don't want to create the list in documents, we want to create it in data. Where is data? Well, data is going to be inside the Trendsetter folder, which you downloaded. And that Trendsetter folder, we allowed you to put it any place you wanted. Two of the suggestions we gave you were the desktop or the applications folder. You may have stuck it wherever you'd like. So if you don't know where it is, let's look for it by doing things like clicking on the desktop or clicking on applications on this little window, this little part of the window. So I'm going to click on applications, and initially I don't see it, but if I scroll down, there it is, Trendsetter. So now I can either single click on it, double click on it, and it opens up and Trendsetter becomes the top up here. And inside there, it shows me what's inside Trendsetter. So if I open up data now, there's data. So as long as it says data up at the top here, and that is the data folder inside your Trendsetter folder, then we can name the list. Now in my case, I'm going to name this main list because I don't have a main list in this folder. But if I did, I could call this my list or Tom's list or Jim's list or whatever I felt like. Once you've named it, I suggest putting the program automatically puts a space in the front here because things go alphabetically within this list here when you're first looking at it. If it says a name in blue at the top type of thing, it's showing when, showing all of these items alphabetically. And a space comes before the letter A. So later on when you go to open a list, it'll appear at the top if there's a space in the front. Once we have this saying main list, or whatever we want to name it, we press save, and up pops this little window. And what it does is it shows you all of the items that are already in the folder that are data items. So these would be the stocks that we included when you first downloaded the software. They could be things that you added afterwards, etc. And on this side are all the items that are already in main list. Well, since this is a new list, there's nothing in main list. And now we can just press add all, and that moves everything from over here to over here. Now perhaps we didn't want Best Buy in this list. We can simply double click on Best Buy and it will move from this side back over to this side. The same thing is true if we said, okay, let's make this, let's take Dow Jones Industrials out. And what I want to do is I want to put Dow Jones Industrials at the top. So I can single click on Dow Jones, single click on Adobe, which is currently at the top, and press insert, and it puts Dow Jones at the top of the list. And then let's put Best Buy right underneath that. So you can see you can manipulate both where things are in the list as well as, more importantly, whether they are in the list. Because you have, now we have available to add empty, which means everything that's in that data folder is in the list. Now we press OK, and there's our list. And you can see that Dow's at the top and Best Buy's second, etc. Now, since we just created this list and put things into it, we need to save it. So we go to the File menu, we select Save, and we're done. When there it is. Now when I quit and relaunch the software, I am in the main list.